Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new Battlescroll for Warhammer Age of Sigmar for Andor, and this is of July 2023. This is going to be some updates to the core rules and indeed some of the Grand Alliance abilities and stuff like that for different factions, and also a ton of points changes as well, as this is sort of the big yearly shake-up with points and all of that. So, with that said, we've got quite a few and a couple of major changes to the core rules. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. So first of these is unit coherency has now changed. It is now, the size of units is 2 to 6 models are coherent by the sort of one model rule, and then it is 7 plus models, so more than 6 models that have to have the 2 models from their unit within the inch to be coherent. This is really cool, helps units of 3 models, so things like trolls and Kurnoth hunters all now can just go in a line, can get into combat easily. Also helps cavalry in units of 5, not needing to be in the sort of weird formations we were seeing. And even, units like Radogers means if you can get Radogers battle line, you can double reinforce them and stuff like that. Solid change all round, really like it. I would like to see it go to 11, would probably be the fix for me in total, but I think this is definitely a step in the right direction, small increments at a time, seeing how this goes. If this affects the game too much, I don't think it will, but that is that. We've had the rally change, we know about that. Lookout Sir is now coming into a change as well. We subtract 1 from the hit roll for an attack made with a missile weapon if the target is an enemy hero within 3 inches of an enemy unit that has 3 or more models. If the hero does not have a mount, it also cannot be targeted by attacks made with missile weapons if the attacking model is more than 12 inches away from him. The Lookout Sir rule does not apply to enemy heroes if they have a wounds characteristic of 10 or more. So this is cool. If you're not mounted, you can't be targeted more than 12 inches away, so your opponent has to actually get in close to try and target you. And, you still got the -1 in there. Pretty cool all in. I like this. This is not quite, Galatian Champions and what that was, protecting the smaller heroes, but this is definitely going to make a good amount of change. I will say one thing, these are incredibly hard to read on some of the colours. Games Workshop, please work on doing a better colour, or stop doing these weird colour backgrounds. For someone who is colourblind, this is incredibly hard to read. Universal Artifacts of Power. Arcane Tome effectively now allows you to cast endless spells, or the spells that would put endless spells on the table. And if you would pick a artifact that makes you a hero, such as the Arcane Tome, you do gain the Antorian Locust keyword for this current season. Now going back into Grand Alliance, we have the Blades of Khorne here. So you can change your Murderlust reward ability on the Blood Type table, where you can pick it up to 3 times, so you can't target the same unit more than once with the move from it. Grand Alliance Death has seen Soulblight Gravelords get a bit of a change here. Endless Legions, you change the last 2 paragraphs to, if you pick a summonable unit that is not a hero, on a 4+, a new replacement unit arrives with half the models from that unit that was destroyed, rounding up. Now, that unit must be set up wholly within 12 inches of friendly Soulblight Gravelord's hero or gravesite, and more than 3 inches from all enemy units if it is your turn, or more than 9 inches if it is the enemy turn. So you can't sort of block your opponent in on... so pretty interesting on how they've sort of done that. More than 3 inches from all enemy units if it's your turn, or more than 9 if it's the enemy's, is pretty cool. Means you can't sort of block your opponent in, was the train of thought I was going down. If an enemy turn, it cannot attempt to charge or make piling moves in the same turn. Each destroyed unit can only be replaced once. Replacement units themselves are not able to be replaced. Now, if it's a summonable hero, on a 4+, you can set the hero up within 12 inch, and the same sort of rules apply. Deadwalker Zombies have also seen a change, where each time a mod in this unit is slain by an attack made with a weapon, from the models, if you're within 3 inches of the enemy unit, you can roll a dice, and on a 5+, a Deadwalker Zombie will be added back to that unit. So change to them. And then for order, we have the change for Lumineth Realm Lords, where the Grand Nation of Helon changed the Gale of Killing Shafts rule to in your shooting phase. When you pick a friendly Helon unit to shoot, you can say that will unleash a Gale of Killing Shafts. If you do so in that phase, you add 1 to hit rolls and wound rolls for that unit's melee weapons, but you can only target enemy units within 6 inch of it. So you do have some restrictions on them there. Auric Warclans, who've once again got some more additional rules for Cruel Boys, where add the following battle tactics, giving us a couple more here. So you complete this tactic at the end of your turn, you're all within terrain, and the Ironjaws also got one as well, where you complete this battle tactic with 2 or more friendly Ironjaws units within 3 inches of the center of the battlefield. Gloomspite Gits have a change to Squig Herd, where it changed the Squig Herd's Gone Wild to each time a cave squig in this unit flees as a result of a failed battle shock test, so must be on the failed battle shock test. Before the model is removed from play, you roll a dice. On a 3+, you can pick up one of the closest enemy units within 9 inch, and that unit suffers a mortal wound. If multiple units are the closest, you do get to pick which one is removed. Sons of Behemoth then just get a couple more things. So you got Boss of the Stomp Core Battalion, change the battalion abilities to Unified and Magnificent instead of the Ore. And Footsloggers Core Battalion, you gain both instead of Ore as well. Now, points change-wise, there is a lot of green going down for a lot of armies, which I always find interesting. We're going to get this before we see like the massive shift in the change of the meta. Obviously, with the new edition coming, I really do find it weird that we're getting so many massive points changes now. Wouldn't it be the smartest thing to sort of see how the current points do, especially when they shift up the meta so much? See a points change in maybe a month and a half, once we start to see a few games and see what's happening. But nevertheless, we have seen some big points changes across the board. So you can just look at some of these things where we're seeing, like almost the entire Idoneth force down, Stormcast with a massive list of units down, Fyreslayers with quite a bit up, and then down for Daughters of Cain. We've got Teclis going up a little bit, Lord Croaks or Scar Veteran on Carnosaur, the Skinks, and the Saurus Guard all going up. There are a lot of, in some of the battle times where they said they're getting rid of 5-point increments, you can see like the plus 15, plus 25, and all that, just getting rid of those 5-point increments in a bunch. So like Seraphon recently came out. You can see the plus 5 points and plus 15 here, plus 5, some tidy ups, and then there's, a couple of minus 5s in there as well, just to tidy all those points off to round numbers. So yeah, some of the ones I really noticed, Stormcast definitely saw quite a bit of drop, and there's some decent points drop as well. The big dragons aren't really, but I'm looking at units you would see multiple of. So Dracothian Guard dropped 10 points on all, Decimators go down 5. You're seeing a bit of Grand Hammer's down 20. And yeah, you're seeing a lot of your smaller characters, so Knight Relictor, Knight Judicator, Liberators, Vanquishers, Vindictor, Knight Arcanum down 10. Be interesting to see, for 100 points, it's going to be an Andronian Locust. And then going down onto the second page, we have Beasts of Chaos, probably seeing a lot more points increase, but once again, they're all you can ignore the 5s, they're just tidying things up. So 5s can be ignored, I think. So really, in Beasts of Chaos, we have, 1, 2, 3, 4 changes. Ungol Raiders up, what you would say is 10 or 20. Razorgores don't count. Cockatrice is up. Beasts of Chaos, Chaos Spawn is up. And then the other one, where was it? The Dragon Ogres are down. Blades of Khorne have seen quite a few increases. I do like that they're putting the points changes here, which is nice. Slaves to Darkness have seen drops across the board. A lot of 10-point, and once again, some 5s in here that don't really matter. That's just tidying things up. Skaven seeing pretty much a 10-point drop on all of these, although we're seeing 30 points on the Verminlord Warpsteer. Plague Priest on Plague Furnace, Lord Screech Vermin King. The Greysair on Screaming Bell dropping 40. Still not enough. That thing needs to be 60 points to be worth it. And yeah, seeing quite a few. Maggotkin of Nurgle seeing quite a substantial drop on some things. Glotkin dropping another 50. He's starting to get near where we're probably right. And then lots of other drops, the Great Unclean One, Rodigus and all that. More drops across the board here on Nighthaunt. Soulblight have seen a ton of increases. We have seen a few drops, the Terrorgeist and the Zombie Dragon without characters on top dropping. And Nagash dropping down to 900 now. We have seen some decent increases. We've seen 30 points on Belladama going up, 20 points on Black Knights, Corpse Guard going up, Graveguard going up, Death Rider, and then like Deadwalker Zombies, Death Rider Skeletons, Direwolves all going up as well. And then Gloomspike Gits, of course, seeing 10-point increases on a lot. Grimcrack the Great is seeing a 30-point increase. The Fungoid Cave Shaman seeing 20. Let's have a look. Have we got him in here? Is Scragrot in here? Is he standing the same? Scragrot up another 20 to 230. Yeah, he's getting back to where he was. Web Spinner Shaman dropping 20. Then we see a few changes in the spells. And then we see a bit of a drop on the Sons of Behemoth in all versions of them. But all in all, quite a lot of drops in general. A couple of the problem armies and problem pieces are seeing increases. It'd be interesting to see how the Andronian Locust sort of shakes all this up and what we're going to see for this in the new season. But outside of like the match play stuff, I really do like that we're seeing, you know, these unit coherency and lookout Sir rules. I think these are both really positive for the game. I really like both of these things coming in. I think there'll be really great benefits to the game. But what do you think of this FAQ? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me, we have a Discord server for the channel, and that is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. This is either via Patreon or YouTube members using one of our affiliate links and codes down there, like Baron of Dice, Gap Games, or Mithras Games, or by supporting us directly on Patreon or YouTube members. If you'd like to do any of those, we have links for that all in the description. And as a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Soren, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And our YouTube members, Greenrich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Loric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.